Every once in a while, a congressional speech cuts through the noise, not because it's political, but because it's painfully human. Today, we're analyzing a moment where Repuner Jasmine Crockett didn't just speak. She exposed the emotional cost of injustice in America, and the message she delivered, it hits harder than most are ready for. What you're about to hear from Repwars Jasmine Crockett is not a rehearsed political statement. It's a raw, emotional response that speaks to the deeper failures of the U.S. government. In her remarks, Crockett begins with something rare in American politics: an apology. She apologizes on behalf of the United States government to individuals who suffered trauma at the hands of federal authorities. She emphasizes that while some government officials may have failed them, the best of us is present here, acknowledging the humanity and bravery of those who came forward. From there, Crockett shifts into a powerful recognition of their courage. She describes them as the light that they are afraid of, praising their refusal to disappear quietly despite facing some of the darkest conditions in recent American history. This framing is crucial. She's positioning these individuals not as victims, but as agents of truth whose stories threaten systems of abuse. Crockett then transitions into the heart of her argument: accountability. She criticizes the lack of courage among elected officials and draws a sharp line between political sides. In her words, this is not right or left. This is right versus wrong. She invokes historical parallels, including slave patrols, to illustrate how abuses of power repeat themselves when institutions operate without moral grounding. By doing so, she reminds listeners that injustice in America is not isolated. It's cyclical. One of the most striking parts of her statement comes when she warns that certain federal agents may be shielded politically. She argues that the current president has a pattern of protecting individuals accused of wrongdoing as long as they align with him. She predicts that similar protections could be extended to ICE officials connected to these abuses. As an analyst, this moment is crucial. Crockett is not just recounting events, she's forecasting the legal and political battles that will follow. She urges victims and advocates to preserve evidence, stressing that local prosecutors may ultimately carry the burden of accountability. Her message is clear: if institutions fail, the people must not. If leaders refuse courage, the public must demand it. Crockett closes by calling for unity, across color, background, and origin, reminding us that America is a nation shaped by immigrants, and that division only protects the powerful, not the people. So, what does this moment teach us? That real leadership isn't about speaking louder, it's about standing with those who were silenced. And in this hearing, Jasmine Crockett did exactly that.